Namibia, where I have spent the day doing tourism and I guess getting a red face. Basically, for obvious reasons, you're not allowed to ride a motorbike into the game reserve here at Etosha. So kind of last minute, I just went out and booked myself a tour, and as luck would have it, I'm the only person on this tour. So I have spent the day riding around here within the game reserve with Fancelina. And well, what have we seen today? We've seen quite a lot.
Yeah.
Elephants, giraffes, lions, cheetah, rhino.
Ostriches.
Yeah, true. Impalas, lots of other things. Wildebeest too. Pretty awesome day. What a day yesterday. I don't usually go for that sort of touristy stuff, but must say, I enjoyed it. Today, however, probably won't be as interesting or enjoyable, because, well, I will just be going on the highway to Windhoek, 600 kilometers, and it's windy. But let's just get on with it, hit the road. Well, this is the dullest ride since the Sahara, I think. Luckily the roads are quite good, so I've been able to go at a quite good speed. Such a good speed, in fact, that I managed to drain the tank pretty much in less than 300 kilometers. Yeah. So I switched to the emergency tab, and I think now I will try and see if I can hypermile. If I can find a lorry to draft or something like that. 80 kilometers to the next petrol station. That shouldn't be possible. Alright, I managed to tailgate a lorry for 40 kilometers, but I am now completely out of fuel, and there's another 40 kilometers until the petrol station. So I was lucky enough to hitch a ride with Sydney, who took me into the nearest town. We've now bought a few liters of fuel, and he has kindly offered to take me back up to my bike again, so I'm very, very happy. Such a relief.
Otherwise we might pass it.
Careful. Nice to meet you.
Bro.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your stay.
You too. Good luck. What luck that was. Awesome guy, Sydney. So I will now top up my bike with this green stuff and then head down to Windhoek. There, to Windhoek. Hello, from Windhoek, the capital of Namibia, which feels very nearly like being back in Europe, actually. It's well developed, all the street signs are either in German or English. The thing that sets it apart, though, is the presence of electric fences everywhere, because, well, the crime rate is quite high. Anyway, Windhoek is also the place from where I thought I would be heading into Botswana. Until I realized I can't go to Botswana. My passport is so full by now that technically, first of all, I shouldn't be allowed. I don't know if they're flexible, but even if I do manage to cross the border, getting those stamps would seriously jeopardize my chances of entering South Africa. And frankly, that's just not a risk I am willing to take. So that's a bummer, because there really are a couple of places over there which I would very much like to see. But yeah, that's just the way it is. And trying to stay positive, there is a somewhat positive dimension to all of this. I think I mentioned back in the Q&A that I never really want to travel for more than 5 months at a time because I stop appreciating it. And I am now getting very close to 5 months, and I am starting to feel that. I am generally just not quite as excited as I feel like I should be. And also, on one of my last days in Angola, I think I had my first day of feeling sort of properly homesick. Like, it's not the end of the world. Next day I was feeling fine once again. But I reckon it might be a sign that this trip coming to an end soon might not be such a bad thing. Well, because basically I think I'm full of experiences, and I don't really have the mental capacity for much more on this trip. I think, yeah, and I am starting to miss my friends and family. So. Then of course there's the thing about getting the bike back home to Denmark, and I have been going back and forth on this a lot for the past month. Basically, there's one company which can ship a bike from South Africa to Europe at a price point which I can just about justify. Because, well, the bike isn't worth much, but I really don't want to let go of it, because by now we've been through a lot together. Then the thing about that company though is that they don't ship very often. I was talking to the owner yesterday on the phone, and they do have a boat going out very soon. So basically, if I can make it from here in Windhoek and down to Cape Town in just about a couple of days, then I can get my bike on that boat to Holland. And then I'll have it back in Denmark for the summer, rather than having to wait until pretty much fall. So yeah, that is what I will attempt to do. Speed and power to the finish line. But say hello to my 1,000 subscribers.
Hello, 1,000 subscribers. I'm one man.
Will you be my next subscriber?
Maybe. Fucking depends.
I've done 800 kilometers today on one road.
On one fucking bike.
Yeah, I am
a lot.
completely beat up.
That's fucking far on a bike.
Good morning from the very south of Namibia. In fact, we are now just 400 meters from the Yellow River, which serves as the border between Namibia and South Africa. And I very much hope that I'll be able to cross it very soon. We'll see, because I only have one blank page in my passport. Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's go. Right, I've now been stamped out of Namibia. and I'm going through no man's land. Fingers crossed. I needn't have worried. This was the easiest border crossing on the whole trip. The woman at the counter even spared me a blank page and put the stamps on the same page that the Namibians used. Welcome to South Africa. Let's go to Cape Town. So, 800 kilometers yesterday, very nearly 800 kilometers today. And now I can finally say, welcome to Cape Town. But, as you might have noticed, I'm not sort of quite celebrating yet. Because I never really wanted Cape Town to be the end point of my journey. It just sounded catchy. The actual end point is just about 3 hours from here. I'm not gonna ride there today though, so that will be in the morning. Oh, the joy of being able to just go to a shop and buy a set of tires. I apologize for the dreadful piece to camera I made when I got here. I was very tired and quite cold. The climate changed rather suddenly after exiting Namibia. Let's finish this. So this is it. As the sun is setting, I have reached the southernmost point of the African continent. Just under 4,000 kilometers that way is Antarctica. And just over 10,000 kilometers that way is my apartment. This has been very much not a straight line. I think from my odometer I've done about 23,500 kilometers. Thank you all so much for watching. I will make some sort of video, I think. And in that video, I'll have a question for you guys. So just stick around. But for now, this has been Copenhagen to Cape Town successfully.